Monica barely slept after Vanessa's anniversary party. The photographs haunted her. Every image, every timestamp, every unanswered question. She'd spent 25 years trusting Alicia Brooks, 25 years calling her a sister. Yet the photographs suggested Alicia had been hiding one of the biggest betrayals imaginable, and Monica needed answers. Unfortunately, the truth was even worse than she imagined. The affair hadn't started recently. It hadn't started during a business trip, or a chance encounter, or a moment of weakness. It started nearly 12 years earlier, long before anyone suspected anything, long before children, long before public success, long before the lives they built became empires. It started at a charity fundraiser. At the time, Vanessa and Malik had been married for only 3 years. Malik's music career was exploding. Alicia's property business was beginning to gain momentum. The fundraiser attracted Atlanta's elite: athletes, executives, developers, celebrities. Everyone who mattered was there. During the evening, Alicia and Malik found themselves seated at the same table. The conversation began innocently: real estate, business, investments, success. Unlike most people who approached Malik, Alicia wasn't impressed by his celebrity status. And unlike most men Alicia met, Malik challenged her intellectually. Hours passed. Neither noticed. By the end of the night, they had exchanged contact information. Neither considered it dangerous. Yet, the first few months remained harmless. Business discussions, networking opportunities, investment ideas, occasional text messages. Nothing inappropriate, nothing suspicious. At least that's what they told themselves. But emotional boundaries have a way of shifting gradually. One conversation became 5. 5 became 50. 50 became hundreds. Soon they were speaking every day, then every morning, then every night. Both understood what was happening. Neither stopped it. One evening, Vanessa noticed Malik smiling at his phone. "Who keeps you laughing over there?" Malik looked up. "A producer." It was the first lie, a small lie, easy to justify, easy to forget, at least initially, because small lies often create room for larger ones, and larger ones were coming. A year later, Alicia attended a luxury real estate conference in Miami. By coincidence, or so they claimed, Malik happened to be performing nearby. After his show, they met for dinner. The restaurant overlooked the ocean. The conversation lasted nearly 4 hours. Neither wanted the evening to end. For the first time, both acknowledged what had been growing between them. Not publicly, not directly, but emotionally. The line had officially been crossed. Hidden messages. The messages became more personal, less professional, more intimate. Good morning texts, private jokes, encouraging words, photos from business trips, conversations neither shared with their spouses, neither believed they were having an affair. Not yet, because neither wanted to call it what it was. But secrecy had already entered the relationship. And secrecy changes everything. 2 years later, everything changed. Alicia attended a developer summit in Chicago. Malik happened to be in town recording music. Again, coincidences seemed to follow them everywhere. After dinner, they continued talking in the lobby of a luxury hotel. Hours passed. The hotel grew quieter. Guests disappeared. Employees changed shifts. Still, they sat there, talking, laughing, confiding in one another. The emotional connection neither had addressed finally surfaced. The attraction became impossible to ignore. That night marked a turning point. One neither could undo. Years passed. Publicly, their lives appeared perfect. Privately, the secrets grew heavier. Vanessa celebrated anniversaries. Isaiah built wealth. Children were born. Businesses expanded. Meanwhile, Alicia and Malik continued protecting a truth no one else knew. Every family vacation became complicated. Every charity event became stressful. Every gathering involving all four friends carried risk. One mistake could destroy everything, yet neither walked away. The most painful part wasn't the deception. It was Vanessa's trust. Vanessa frequently spoke about Alicia, my sister, my best friend, my family. She trusted Alicia completely, without question, without hesitation, without suspicion. Alicia often felt guilty, but guilt never proved strong enough to end the situation. Instead, she convinced herself she could manage it, control it, contain it. She was wrong. Several times they nearly got caught. A misplaced message, an accidental call, a suspicious hotel receipt, an event photograph showing them standing too close together. Each incident created panic, yet somehow they escaped discovery. Every successful cover-up made them more confident and more reckless. Now, years later, the truth had finally surfaced. Monica possessed photographs, evidence, proof, questions, and Alicia knew it. The morning after the anniversary party, Alicia received a message. Not from Malik, not from Vanessa, from Monica. 4 simple words. We need to talk. Alicia stared at the screen. Her heart dropped because she knew exactly why Monica was calling. The secret she had protected for over a decade was finally catching up to her. And worse, she knew the affair wasn't the only secret about to explode, because the anonymous person exposing Malik wasn't finished. They were revealing everything. The affair, the lies, the hidden child, the stolen settlement money, all of it. Someone wanted the entire sisterhood destroyed, and they were doing an excellent job. That afternoon, Alicia sat alone in her office overlooking downtown Atlanta. The city stretched endlessly below. Usually the view calmed her. Today, it didn't. Her phone remained silent, too silent. Then suddenly, it vibrated. Unknown number. Alicia hesitated before opening the message. Attached was a photograph. Not of Malik, not of Vanessa, not of Monica, not of Simone. The photograph showed her father, standing beside a man she hadn't seen in over 20 years, a man connected to secrets buried deep within Magnolia Street's history. Beneath the image were 5 chilling words. Your father stole everything. Alicia felt the blood drain from her face because for the first time, she realized the affair might not be the scandal that destroyed her life. It might only be the beginning. The truth has a way of waiting. Waiting for the perfect moment. Waiting until your life feels stable. Waiting until you finally believe everything is okay. Then it strikes, without warning, without mercy. And for Monica Davis, the truth arrived like a wrecking ball. 3 days after Vanessa's anniversary party, Monica sat alone in her law office overlooking downtown Atlanta. The photographs were spread across her desk. Every image felt like a betrayal. Alicia and Malik, together, over and over again, for years. Monica had spent the last 72 hours trying to understand how something this massive could remain hidden. But another question haunted her. The message, the one mentioning Terrence's son. At first she assumed it was a cruel joke. Then another anonymous email arrived, this time with documents attached. Legal documents, school records, medical records, and a birth certificate. Monica stared at the screen. The father's name was listed clearly. Terrence Davis, her husband. Her chest tightened. Her hands began shaking because the child wasn't an infant. The child wasn't even young. The boy was 17 years old. Monica did the math. 17 years. 17 years. That meant Terrence had fathered the child before they married, before their wedding, before he promised her honesty, before he stood in front of God and pledged his loyalty. The revelation shattered something deep inside her. But the worst part wasn't the child. The worst part was realizing he had hidden the truth for nearly 2 decades. Being a lawyer had advantages. Within hours, Monica launched her own investigation. She verified addresses, school records, financial transactions, everything. And what she discovered made her physically sick. Terrence had been secretly supporting the child financially for years. Monthly payments, private school tuition, medical expenses, birthday gifts, college savings accounts, a complete second life, a complete second family. Not once had Monica known. Not once had she suspected. That evening, Monica waited until Terrence arrived home. The mansion felt unusually quiet. Their son Jordan was upstairs studying. The housekeeper had already left. Only the two of them remained downstairs. Terrence entered carrying his briefcase, smiling, relaxed, completely unaware. "Hey, babe." Monica didn't answer. Instead, she slid a folder across the kitchen island. Terrence's smile vanished. Immediately. The color drained from his face. He recognized the documents. Every single one. The room fell silent, a silence so heavy it felt impossible to breathe. Finally, Monica spoke. "Who is he?" Terrence looked away. That told her everything. For nearly an hour, Terrence confessed. Years earlier, he had been involved with another woman. The relationship ended before he and Monica became serious. Months later, she informed him she was pregnant. Terrence claimed he wanted to tell Monica, claimed he planned to tell her, claimed he was afraid. Monica listened quietly. Every excuse sounded pathetic. Every explanation sounded selfish. "You had 17 years." Her voice trembled. 17 years, Terrence." Tears filled her eyes. "You watch me trust you every day." Terrence lowered his head. "I never stopped loving you." The statement only made her angrier. "Then why did you lie?" He had no answer. The next morning, another package arrived. No return address. Inside was a DNA report. Professional, certified, verified. The results were undeniable. 99.99% probability. Terrence Davis was the biological father. Monica stared at the document for several minutes, even though she already believed it, even though the evidence was overwhelming. Something about seeing it officially confirmed broke her. There would be no denial, no misunderstanding, no explanation, just facts. Cold, painful facts. For the first time since law school, Monica completely fell apart. She stopped taking calls, stopped answering emails, stopped showing up at work. Friends became concerned. Clients became concerned. Even judges noticed her absence. But Monica couldn't function. Everything she believed about her marriage suddenly felt fake. Every anniversary, every vacation, every promise, every memory. Had it all been built on lies? The question consumed her. Day after day, night after night. The news didn't stay private for long. Family members began calling. Relatives started asking questions. Rumors spread quickly. Soon, both sides of the family were involved. Some defended Terrence, others supported Monica. Arguments erupted, relationships fractured, holiday gatherings became impossible. The family that once appeared perfect was unraveling, publicly, painfully. The worst moment came 3 weeks later. Their 16-year-old son Jordan overheard a conversation. He wasn't supposed to hear it, but he did. Jordan confronted Monica immediately. "What child are they talking about?" Monica froze. She had hoped to protect him, at least for a little longer, but the truth had already found him, and now she faced the impossible task of explaining it. Jordan sat quietly while Monica told him everything. Every word seemed to crush him. His father had another child, a half-brother, a secret family, years of deception. The boy struggled to process it. At first he became angry, then confused, then devastated. The person he admired most had suddenly become a stranger. Later that evening, Jordan locked himself in his room. For hours, neither parent could reach him. Neither knew what to say. The damage was already done. Meanwhile, someone continued leaking information. Blogs began publishing stories. Anonymous social media accounts posted hints. Gossip websites connected dots. Questions circulated throughout Atlanta's social circles. Terrence's reputation started suffering. Clients became nervous. Business partners became cautious. Investors demanded explanations. The secret child was no longer a private family matter. It was becoming public. And Monica knew worse scandals were still coming. Several days later, Monica finally answered a call from Alicia. The conversation lasted nearly 2 hours. At first, Monica wanted nothing to do with her. The affair alone felt unforgivable. But then Alicia revealed something shocking. She had known about the child for years, not because Terrence told her, because someone else had. Monica's heart stopped. "You knew." Silence. Alicia's silence was answer enough. Monica felt another piece of her heart break. Not just her husband, not just Malik, now her best friend too. The betrayal seemed endless. Before ending the call, Alicia said something that haunted Monica. "There are things we don't know." "What things?" Alicia hesitated, then whispered, "This goes deeper than Terrence." Monica felt a chill run through her body. "What are you talking about?" But Alicia refused to elaborate. Instead, she ended the conversation, leaving Monica alone with questions that would soon expose secrets buried for decades. Late that night, Monica sat alone in her home office. The city lights glowed through the windows. Stacks of evidence covered her desk. Photographs, DNA reports, financial records, anonymous messages, proof of lies, proof of betrayal, proof that her life wasn't what she believed. Then her phone vibrated. Unknown number. Again. Monica opened the message. A single photograph appeared. 4 women, standing together as children on Magnolia Street. Below the image were 7 chilling words. "None of you know the whole truth." Monica stared at the screen, because deep down, she was beginning to realize that whoever was exposing these secrets wasn't interested in destroying one marriage or one friendship. They were preparing to destroy all of them. Please like, share, and subscribe.